and they said, you need to go on dialysis. And I was like, well, when? And he was like, right now.
Episode number 6, out here at Lake Pahranagat with Luke. He's telling us his story about his health issues, bad kidney, dialysis.
I don't mind showing everybody.
Man, I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine having to go through what he goes through.
And you never, ever, ever quit.
Over the past 5 years, every single day. Man, I sure hope it turns out well for him.
When I've been hospitalized, I've probably had over $1 million in hospital bills.
Yeah, I'd love to do another episode in a year with him healing up with a brand new kidney. We'll see. Welcome to Lake Pahranagat. This is in southern Nevada, north of Vegas, about hour and 30 minutes. I'm here with Luke, and we're going to talk about his struggles with his health. Unloading here. This is our spot. I'll unload and get everything set up and give you a chair. Someone left some 2x6s in here. That's an interesting choice. I don't want to cook on treated wood.
Pahranagat.
Pahranagat?
Yeah. P-U-H-R-N, when it says phonetically. Pahranagat. Valley of the Shining Water.
Oh yeah. It's nothing like a campfire, dude.
Hello.
This is Luke.
Nice to meet y'all.
I thought Luke would be an interesting guest because Luke's going through a lot of hardship in life, health reasons. Dealing with a lot of bullshit.
A lot of bullshit. A lot of personal bullshit. A lot of government bullshit. A lot of, health bullshit.
Yeah.
Just a lot of bullshit, So, what can you do besides just wake up and keep going every day? So, and it's funny because every day, kind of like, I don't know what I'm forced retirement, early retirement, temporary retired.
How old are you?
I'm 37.
37.
So, yeah, I'm retired at 37. Some people be like, oh, that's awesome. Not when you can't do anything, when you can't do any of your hobbies. And my work was my life. It was my hobby. It was my, career. It was, my friends. Everything was wrapped around work. And so when you forced to give all that up, people try to be well-intentioned, but after 5 years of it, it's hard for people to keep up. People have kids, people get married, people get better jobs, people move away, people work on the road. So if you're not with them doing jobs or hanging out at the, working, you don't see a lot of people.
So you say 5 years. What happened 5 years ago that changed your life and put you at where you're at now?
So like I had some real bad stomach and like back pain. It felt like I was kind of being like squeezed from my ribs in, and then like my guts. I just thought I had like a bad ulcer or something like that. And I was only born with one kidney, so I don't have a left kidney. And then once I knew that, my mom and people told me to take better care of my one kidney. But
Sure. Can I ask? Was the doctor like, "Oh yeah, you live a normal life with
Yeah.
one kidney"?
Yeah, you can. Some people will live, their whole life with one.
Maybe not even knowing.
Yeah.
Right.
So unless you have a kidney ailment, or like you do, like I did, I got an MRI or something like that, you would never know, because it doesn't change anything about your body. You actually, if you have two, you only use one, but you have a spare, right? It doesn't like share the load or whatever. Your body will naturally pick one side or the other to mostly use, and then if you're the kidney that you use the most, if it were to like go bad, if you drink a lot or something like that, your body will just naturally use the other one as this one gets is injured, or if you have like some sort of like Bright's disease or something like that, where you have a kidney actual disease. I have probably some sort of kidney disease, or some sort of like something that has caused my kidney to go bad. I also, I drink a lot of soda. Like I said, I worked on cruise ships and drank a lot of alcohol on the cruise ships, So, but I've never been much of a drinker. So I didn't like, do a lot of drinking, and it caused my kidney to go bad. I just, one day I just had that problem, and I went to the hospital, and they tested my kidney function, and they said that it was like the creatinine level was like 17, and a normal person's like 6. So it was almost 3 times.
And this is what, when you were like 33, 32, 33?
Yeah. 30. I think I just turned 32, because it happened in October of 2021.
So 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You get a hole in your chest that day.
Yeah, it's called a Hickman catheter.
And you've had it ever since.
No, just that. I got that, and I was on hemodialysis for 3 years, and I got that day, and I had it right here in my chest. And what it does is they tap that artery that goes to your right arm. They like do like an insert where that, now when it pulls, they'll pull all the blood out of that, and then it comes back that way, and then it goes into my heart straight from that machine, and then my heart recirculates it, the clean blood, but it's pulling all the dirty blood out of my body.
After the first day, you get the thing in your chest, because they've told you, dialysis, your life's never going to be the same. You're always going to deal with this for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
there'll be ups and downs, and hopefully soon more ups. But
yeah,
when it happened, and when when did it sink in? How long did it take you for you to really understand the magnitude?
Initially, because when I found out I had one kidney when I was a teenager and I was in high school, I didn't really put much thought into it, right? It's just being young. But as I got a little older, and I started working and developing my life, I started looking into it. What is dialysis? Because I didn't even know what it was.
So you had one kidney and you were like, oh shit, I don't have a backup.
Yeah, as I started getting older, when I started being more of an adult.
Sure.
And just, when I started paying my own rent and things like that. And I was working hard. I never had to change my aptitude or the way I work or my work ethic or any of that stuff until I got sick. You know what I mean? I always worked as hard as it took to get it done and to do what I needed to do. But when I started getting a little older, you know, I started thinking about what would happen if I got put on dialysis. And I really it didn't sink in at all till I got put on dialysis. When they put the Hickman catheter in my chest, and then they rolled the machine in the first time into the hospital room. And I was doing dialysis like that. And so after that, when I had to go to the clinic the first time, I sat in my chair and I just cried for 3 hours on the machine, because it's such a strange sensation and feeling and pain whenever you first put on it, and it, like I said, it causes like equilibrium sickness, because it pulls all the fluid out of your body, and your body's used to having, you know, a couple pounds of fluid that's not coming out of my body anymore, and then this machine just sucks it all out. So it, you know, it was very hard, and I just, you know, for at least the first couple months, I just was so emotional sitting on the machine. And also, when you're in those clinics, you see people who have probably been on dialysis a really long time. You see a lot of old people in there. You see a lot of people of color in there a lot, and they're missing limbs, and they look like they don't feel good, and they just, you know, it's so scary to see, like, that's the future.
Right.
Like, and then you think about, like, the future would be, you know, if someone, like, you're working with someone, or, like, you know, that's just able-bodied, you know, you don't think about that, but then you see all these people around who are very sick, and it's hard that you might be them someday, without a foot or an arm, or flaky bad skin. It's just, it's terrifying. So
It's hard for someone that's not dealing with it. I don't even need my knife.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
To actually grasp it, you know? Like,
yeah,
I can have sympathy, but I don't get it.
It's like people with cancer understand a bit. Like, it's like
Sure,
that. It's
right.
like, that's what it felt like when I got told I had to be put on dialysis. It felt like how those movies, when someone, you know, when they say that or whatever, you know, being young and being healthy at the time, when I'd watch something like that, I was like, oh, you know, that's just the movie. That's Hollywood. And then when you become chronically ill and you are that sick, and you see in those movies, it's hard to watch movies like that now. Things that I used to be able to do just, and not really even put much effort, take like bodily effort, like physically, but it also takes a lot of like mental, like to focus, to like really think. Because I take like 10 medications. I have a lot of medicine, and it causes brain fog, and it's just, yeah. If there's not one thing, it's another thing all the time. So, but, you know, you just do, you know, you just wake up each day and do what the day calls for. If it's a doctor's appointment, or, you know.
You know what today calls for?
Hanging out.
A Wagyu steak.
A Wagyu steak? Oh, yeah.
How do you like your steak?
Medium.
Medium. All right, here.
since
that one.
that latest hospital visit, I need a cane.
Yeah, I see that.
So I don't fall. Like, I could probably walk without it, but it helps me stabilize. And
that's the last thing I want is for you to fall down.
Right?
So.
I just don't want to fall. Because if I fall, I can really hurt myself, and then I have to tell people I fell, and then after you tell them that you fall, they never treat you like you're never going to be all right.
Which one was? Okay. I'm going to give you half at a time because you got little plates.
Little grill, little burn on it. That's good.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Honey butter for your bread.
Get one.
I don't eat bread.
You don't eat bread?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Health reasons.
Oh, okay.
Autoimmune issues.
Hypoglycemic?
Carnivore. No, not hypoglycemic. I just get my body does weird. Ever since COVID, my body does really weird shit. Any little sign of illness, everything gets inflamed. So, carnivores helped me a lot with it.
Any luck?
No, we went right to cooking and eating.
All right, cool.
Well, yeah.
And plus, I'm the only one with a fishing license. Oh. You all right?
Yeah. Yep. I got a bum knee and it kind of acts weird sometimes.
I understand.
Well, he's got a bum kidney.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're making the best out of it, though, you know?
Yeah. I like those.
you can do.
I like those e-bikes. Those are
If I had an extra plate, I'd offer you a little
Oh,
steak.
no, I'm good, baby. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to get my knee to behave.
Oh yeah. Surprised you don't have some sort of get one of those top.
I'm going to put a knee brace on when I get home. I wear them sometimes when I need them.
Yeah, I sometimes need it too. So
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Well, do you need me to come over there and help you with your bike? Or can you bring you a chair?
I gotta get it.
Okay.
Thanks.
I have a bad ankle, so I deal with
I
that
know
crap
it.
too.
Getting old isn't what it's supposed to be.
No.
No, the sad
Yeah.
thing is getting old is exactly what they tell you it's going to be.
Good. Yeah. Good health is wasted on the youth.
I don't think you're gonna mess with them without a license.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to get them in trouble, but
But I really don't. The worst they make you do is buy one online, but it's not the weekend.
I got you.
Game
Hey,
warden.
thank you for being so understanding with us and everything.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
How's that steak?
Oh, it's good.
All right, guys. Have fun.
All right,
Thank
you be
you.
careful with that knee.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, being the absolute terrible fisherman that I am, I have no idea what tackle to use. At Pahranagat. Fuzzy one? Fuzzy? This is the one I got out of a duck's foot at Floyd Lamb Park. I'm gonna try that big bitch. What's this? That looks edible. What do y'all think? I eat that. I found this somewhere too. Alright, let's try that one. Probably never see it again because I suck at fishing. I'll probably hook it on something. But we're going to try. I had a pretty good bite a second ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back. We're not going back. We just got down here. So we did. He lured us up. We fucking threw her into the river. And you would throw it up.
Shit. Oh, you didn't see that snake right by my feet?
Fuck no. Where's the snake?
It's right in there.
Lured us up. We fucking threw her into the river. And you would throw it up. Shit.
I don't think it was anything poisonous, but I'm not certain. I turned around, that motherfucker was right next to me.
Oh, I didn't see it at all. Would have hit me.
Jesus Christ.
I'll show you the machines and the boxes and how many boxes I have.
When you say the boxes,
They're cardboard boxes.
of what?
So the boxes have 2 bags in them. The bags is the solution. I have to take the bags out and load them onto the machine, and then I have to take a harness or tubes. It's a cassette harness is what it's called, and I have to like attach all the tubes to the bags, and then I have to break the seals, and then there's the machine. I turn the machine on, and then I have to prompt it. I have to put my weight, blood pressure, what kind of solution I use, and then it cycles it through the lines and gets it ready for it to attach to me. And then I have to like make sure that it goes through all the tubes and gets real close to the tip of where it attaches. I have to then take the cap off this, and then I attach that line to this catheter. So this is the catheter that I have. This cap comes off, and then there's a blue like screwy top, and then once this comes off, the lines come in. I take a line and then I screw it on here, and then I clean it. I always have to like disinfect this first, then take the cap off, attach it, and then clean it again. And then the caps all have iodine. That's what that is.
Yeah.
All have iodine in the caps, so it disinfects it and it helps with contamination and stuff like that.
And once you hook it up, it just automatically does what it's supposed to do?
No, I have to start it, but once I start it, it just runs. And then once I attach this side, I have to undo this. Now, you always have to make sure you're either attached or have a cap on before you open this, because as soon as you open this and nothing's on here, it's just a line to your gut. Just an open line to your stomach here.
Yeah.
And all the fluid that is in your body will run out. So you got to make sure that you don't disconnect with this undone. So see it turns right there. So that's what you do. That's the last thing you do is open this, and then you'll see when we go there, you hit go on the machine, and then once it goes, and then it runs the 7 cycles. And then I'm attached, and then I have to be on the machine for 12 hours.
What is it? I know it's gonna be super hard to probably explain it, but what does it feel like? Like once the pump turns on, like can you feel it in there doing stuff?
Yeah, like especially, I mean, I've been doing it for years now, so I'm very used to it. But I have what's called, like I have the all day dwell in, but I also have a tidal. So there's always something in my peritoneum. So that way, if I were to be dry, and it goes to try to drain you, because you always initially drain. So the first thing that machine does is pull out the fluid that's been in here all day. If I don't have anything in there, it just sucks on the peritoneum on this line in here, and you could feel it, and it fucking hurts.
Dirty dishes. Uh-oh. I need a new oven mitt. That is royally fucked.
public, I like to have the cane. In the house, it's not too far, right, to anything. So what you do is you turn it on. Once you turn it on, this starts to heat up. The fluid has to be close to body temperature, so it's got to be like 97, 98 degrees, so it can go in your body. If it's too cold, you can scar the inside of your belly because it's colder than the entire outside of the peritoneum, so it can cause a lot of pain and it can scar. Stop. So what you do, this is my dirty bathroom right now, but so you grab, in here I have all the boxes.
Holy shit.
So I was doing greens. You can see the color. That's like a higher, if my blood pressure's high or I've had a lot of fluid that needs to come off, I'll use this green. But because I've been having problems with low blood pressure and such, I go to yellows. So this is the yellow box. So I can't move these boxes. They're
heavy.
They're heavy. But I can do one bag.
But you have a useful roommate that's helping you out.
Yeah. So, grab a bag, bring it in here, throw it up on here. It has a little stem that you hook it up to. So one goes here, one goes there, and then another one goes right next to it.
3 full bags?
3 full bags, and now I will have 4. So it's 4 bags. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to do one here, stack those, and put the little one on top of this when it's done. And then you string it, which is what this is. I'll just pull it so I don't have to do a weird one. So.
Oh, and you use a new one each time?
Yes. So this is the cassette.
Oh, it's dripping.
So.
I see why they call it a cassette now.
Yeah. So it's a cassette. It's got 4 lines, red, white, and blue. And then that line right there is what connects to me. This one right here.
Yeah.
So the new one, I'll have 5 prong.
And you have to sit with that for 12 hours.
Yeah. I set all that up. In the setup time isn't included in the 12 hours. The 12 hours is literally just the treatment time. It usually takes about 2 hours to set up.
Yeah.
From when I turn it on to when I hook up, it's usually about an hour or 2.
So for tonight, because you finished this morning, so tonight right before bed you'll hook back up.
Yep. So and I don't always hook up at the exact same time, but since we started early, I had to be on early, so I got on like 9-10 o'clock, which is why we didn't leave till like 11, because I had to wait for this to get done.
Sure.
And it doesn't always work like clockwork. Sometimes there's delays and errors and codes, and then we'll throw an error or a code or something like that. So that's the part that sucks. And then those are the extensions. Those are the flexi caps. And that's just what is in here in my spare room. Down the hall is where I have all my excess medical supplies.
Yes. Who's the good girl? Who's the good girl?
But yeah.
Well, before we wrap this up, is there anything you want to say?
Like and subscribe.
That's hilarious.
Watch it as many times as you can. Tell your friends. I hope that people looking for maybe dialysis information on YouTube will be able to see. Maybe more people will know what DaVita is and what dialysis clinics do, and what we have to go through to just be. Because people, unless you have this ailment, you don't know. Like, you have no idea what it entails. And then
we haven't even touched the cost financially.
Yeah.
Obviously, emotionally and physically, but not financially.
Financially, I pay $400 for a supplemental insurance, and I'm on Medicare, which is $240 now, which automatically comes out of my Social Security. I don't have any option to not pay that. So $600 a month I pay for healthcare.
And if you didn't have health care,
The treatments would be $30,000 for PD. It's $15,000 for HD a month. So, for those of you who think rich people could pay for their own health care, no. Even if you were wealthy, you would run out of money within a year. And then, like I said, the surgery is like $500,000. Once you do all the surgeons and all the doctors and the anesthesia and the hospital stay and the outpatient and the physical therapy, once they add it all, it's about $500,000. When I've been hospitalized, I've probably had over $1 million in hospital bills. This is like, I live this every day, trying to, make it work. So that's the best I got. So yeah, I appreciate you.
appreciate you, dude.
Yeah.